Don't wanna wake up, I might be dreaming. I might be dreaming. You're stirring things up, my heart is beating. My heart is beating. I won't let go, I can't say no.
Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be cleaning and decorating my coffee area to make it for a spring or summer coffee bar. I'm also going to be giving you a few tips on how to style shelves. So if you enjoy this video, I really hope you can consider hitting that red subscribe button down below, and let's just jump right in. So this right here is my coffee area, butler's pantry right now. I have both my coffee machines in the kitchen, but as you can see, this has turned out to be that catch-all area. And sometimes the best solution for when you have hot areas or hot spots like these in your house is to decorate on those areas so that you don't make it to this point that you're seeing right here. It even ashames me a little bit that I'm showing you this, but it's real life, so I'm gonna go ahead and tackle this before we can start decorating. And one of the challenges that I had with this area that I basically put myself as a challenge is that I wanted to decorate with things that I already have. So all the things that I'm going to be using in this video are things that are going to be coming in from my decor stash. But before we jump into the decor part, let me talk to you about Poshmark. Thank you so much, Poshmark, for sponsoring this portion of today's video. But thanks so much to you because you're the one who makes possible these opportunities for me and my small channel. Poshmark is a platform where you can list items for clothing, beauty, or home decor, or home items that you want to sell, or you can also buy name brand items for more affordable prices. What I like the most about Poshmark is that it takes me seconds to list an item in there. As you can see, I'm doing it with this Christmas bow, and yes, I am selling some of the items that I did not use for my Christmas decor. Some of them are completely unopened, some of them I don't think I'll be using next year. But as you can see, it is a great tool for being able to declutter maybe your closet or maybe your decor stash. If you want to bring new things in, maybe you can also find things you like from this app. So if you want to go ahead and check out my store in my closet, I'm going to leave my username in the screen right here. And among those items that you may find in my closet, I'm going to list several things at $3 because that's how much Poshmark charges to sell those items for you, if that makes sense. That's a Poshmark fee. Therefore, I won't be making any money off of the items so that I can actually give back to you for all the love and support that you give me, which I am thankful for every single day. Through Poshmark, you can not only shop over 9,000 brands in every size and score deals up to 70% off retail, but you can also sell and make money from home by listing your own items for free. This is a sneak peek of the items that I'm going to be listing in my closet. So if you happen to get any of these, do not forget to tag me on Instagram and share those with me as well. Okay, let's go back to the cleaning and decorating. I'm going to start by decluttering this area. When we bought this house, my husband wanted to use this area for his bar, and I 100% agree. But we find that if it's not decorated or if there's nothing in the counters, we will use this area as a catch-all area, and that's what was happening here. As you can see, it was very messy and very unorganized. However, every time I decorate it for a coffee bar like I did on Christmas, then this area stays clean. So I'm seriously considering just turning it into a coffee area and see how it does for us. But when I talked about this with my husband, he agreed. He was like, yeah, go ahead and decorate it because that space is driving me crazy. Same for me. So I'm going to pick up everything and just put everything on its place. And I'm going to give this countertop a good wipe down, same with my shelves, so that I have a clean surface to start with.
I had a feeling you'd come back and save me from all those lonely nights and heartbreaks. And I
all nice, clean, and decluttered, we can start the fun part, which is decorating. So the first thing that I'm going to tell you when it comes to decorating shelves is to take into account all the colors that you're going to be using. In this case, I'm going to go very neutral, but I'm going to use one specific color, which is going to be the pop-up color, which is going to be contributed by a tea set that my mother-in-law gifted to me. So if you're using kind of like an antique piece that has a lot of color to it, then it's better to keep the rest neutral. If you want those pieces to highlight, which is my purpose here, I want those pieces to highlight in this area. The next thing, or the next tip that I will give you on how to style shelves, is to take into consideration the depth of the shelf. So in my case, I'm working with pretty deep shelves. So what that's going to do for me is that I have to play around with the position of how I'm placing the items onto the shelves. So for instance, some items are going to be more pushed to the back, whereas some other items are going to be more towards the front of the shelf, and that will give it a more elaborated look as opposed to placing everything in a line. I think sometimes placing everything in a line may work, like if you're doing like little Christmas trees, but in this case, we're going to go ahead and play with those depths as we position our things onto the shelves. The other important tip is the triangle tip. So back in my Easter decor video, I gave you this tip on placing all of your decor in a triangle, meaning the larger items in the center and then decreasing as you go with the rest of your items. Well, for the shelves, we're going to do the opposite. We're going to do an inverted triangle, and the reason for that is because we're working with 2 shelves at a time. If I was working with 1 shelf, then I could probably get away with a triangle. But because I have limited space on my lower shelf, because I have the upper shelf, then we're going to do all the opposite. And another important thing, of course, is that you don't want to be too linear or too symmetrical with the items that you're playing with. You want to go asymmetrical or in a zigzag. If you're working with 2 bases for each shelf, then you might want to put them in opposite sides to create that asymmetrical look that makes it so pretty on shelf decor. I really hope these tips are useful. However, now I'm going to show you what it is that I'm going to do on my shelves.
I guess shit happens for a reason, but it's like something feels different from back then.
I'm starting here with a cutting board and this vase that I hadn't used in a long time, and I actually wanted to put the camera up here so that you can see how I'm playing with those angles and those depths around all the decorations that I'm using. I added that amber glass vase along with that candle holder, and as you can see, it's already getting a little bit of character to it. This piece actually comes from that tea set that my mother-in-law passed to me. So I'm going to place that piece here along with some of those mugs stacked up like that, just so that it gives kind of like a messy, effortless look. But oh my God, I love the pop-up color with the blue around all those neutrals. So for the second shelf, as you can see, I'm actually placing that other board into the opposite side, same with that amber vase. And of course, for spring and summer, we always have to add some bright greenery. So that's what I'm putting in the center of this shelf, and then a little bit more of more mugs on the opposite side, and then that creamer jar or vase on the opposite side of that individual piece that I have on top. And this is how these shelves ended up looking like. Very simple decoration, things that I already had in my home, and that's what I love the most about getting creative. Okay, so for the counter, I am going to start by placing the basics. So first, the tray that's gonna hold the coffee maker, a board, a cake stand, and 2 canisters. Now, everything here is going to be functional. I am not just decorating just to decorate. I want to make this an area where it's actually comfortable to come here and make a cup of coffee. So I'm adding my Nespresso machine along with a milk frother on one side and the water tank on one side as well. And I'm going to make sure to wipe those down very well. These canisters, I don't know if you remember them from my hot cocoa bar from Christmas, but these will serve the purpose of holding all the coffee bullets. So I'm using Nespresso bullets and Keurig bullets. I know my Keurig is not here, but I do plan to transition it into this area if this area ends up working for us as our coffee bar. And then lastly, I am going to decorate this cake stand with this beautiful watering can that I got for my Easter decor, and a lot of you gave me this idea, so thank you so much. I'm going to put these hydrangeas that, again, I already had, and I'm going to use this as the centerpiece, put it all the way in the back onto that cake stand, and add the sugar canister, which is very important in a coffee area, and lastly some more mugs, just so that it looks beautiful and even a little functional if we did want to use these teacups. That is going to be everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comment section down below if you learned anything new for all the shelf decorating tips that I gave you today. Let me know as well if this video inspired you to take on to any project in your house. I'm looking forward to reading you all. Again, thank you so much for watching. Huge shout out to Poshmark for sponsoring today's video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I really hope I can see you in my next one. Bye.